Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to talk to you about a program called Tarot Your Love Story for December 2018. And this is for you coming from Pisces. So I'm going to start shuffling my Kabbalistic tarot cards. And the first card that I'm going to pull will be to do with your first 15 days of December. And I will talk to you about the area of romance, you coming from Pisces. Well, this is a card that says you can do very well finding a new romance, except that this person may be dominating or stubborn. That's all. And so somebody good is there. Realize if the person is dominating or stubborn, bring it up to the notice of that person. Get it all off your chest. Tell that newfound possibility of a romance that you don't like that of a person. It's always good to clear the air. And if you can clear the air on that, then I like this card. It says it can be a very long-term possibility of a happy romance for you if you find that person in the first 15 days. I'm going to use the same card to talk to you about your ongoing romance as well, the romance you may already have. And the same thing, this is a card that shows conflict of many different areas. So if one of you is stubborn and one of you is dominating, then the problem becomes difficult to resolve. So since it's you listening to me, don't be stubborn and don't be dominating. Be flexible, be negotiable, be appreciative. And you will tone down this card and you will have a much better opportunity in getting your own ongoing romance also happy. Now I'm going to pull the next card, which has also got to do with your first 15 days of December. But I'm going to talk to you about your marriage. Let's see what the card says. Now this is a much better card. So long-term love areas are much more stable, this card says. And what you have to do is to take control of a situation in your marriage, of course with the involvement of your marriage partner. So I feel that this card shows that others are dependent on you to make an important decision. So go ahead and do that, and you will get the support from your marriage areas as well. Try not to be stubborn. If there is some differences of opinion, be flexible as well. But take charge. You are being looked on as to bringing up a solution to make this first 15 days of December to sort out some issue about marriage, and it can be done quite easily. I'm not so worried about this card. Now I'm going to talk to you about your last 15 days of December, and I'll pull this card and talk to you about your romance, your last 15 days for Pisces. It's a card which says that one problem leads to another. So if you find a new romance in your last 15 days of December, you're going to see that one problem from that new partner, romance partner, does lead to another. So I would say think twice of diving into this new romance. Take your time, study the person. A lot of complications are seen. And this person could also be very stubborn as well. So tell yourself, aggression is also shown. So think twice about diving into a new romance. Give it plenty of time in the last 15 days before you decide that you want to allow this new romance to carry on. I'm going to pull another card to talk to you about ongoing romance in the last 15 days. It's almost the same thing. It's almost the same thing. It's not a happy card. And it says that your ongoing romance is going to have many differences with you, whether verbal or whether action-wise. And there can be conflict and there can be provocation. So your last 15 days are shown here in your ongoing romance as conflict very easily formed. So since it's you listening to me, and if you want to value the ongoing romance you have, if you want to keep it, you've got to take the soft approach. And you've got to use words which are soft and a tone of voice which is soft. Otherwise things are going to escalate against you. I'm going to shuffle these cards again and talk to you about your marriage in the last 15 days. Let's see what card I can pull for you regarding your marriage. Well, again, is a sign of Mars. See that sign on the top here? the sign of Mars. All the cards I've pulled have all got the sign of Mars for you, which simply means confrontation, opposition, provocation. So in your marriage, the same thing. Last 15 days, something said by you, something said by your marriage partner may just flare up, differences of opinion. So if you value your marriage and is you listening to me, back off. Take the soft approach. Use words which are soft, a tone of voice which is soft. Everything will calm down. And it's only 15 days, last 15 days, not 15 weeks or 15 months. And let these 15 days pass in a very gentle manner, and you will see that your marriage remains very nice and cordial and happy. That's the way to do it. Now I'm going to talk about your lucky dates, D-A-T-E-S. There'll be some fascinatingly lucky dates for you. And let's see what the card says. And it's a nice, happy, wonderful card. And it says that the 6th, because of the planets here, especially Venus leading the whole pack, I would say that the 6th, the 15th and the 24th of December are going to be very, very, very lucky for you. Perhaps on the 6th, 15th, 24th, you are going to bump into that romance that you meet. Or going out on the 6th, 15th, 24th, the bonding with your ongoing romance partner would be wonderful. Or going out with your marriage partner or family, there can be so much happiness as well on the 6th, 15th and 24th. So these are the special days and nights which you can use. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky ages for you coming from Pisces. It's a card of strength. And looking at the formation of this zodiac signs here, I would say that your lucky ages, I would say that if you happen to be the ages of 24, 33, 42, 51, 60, 69, 78. If you happen to be any of these ages, you are going to meet the romance of your life. The possibility is very strong. You're going to turn your romance into the possibility of a marriage, and you're going to have so much happiness with the ongoing romance you have. And in your marriage area, many will look up to you for your strength and your guidance, and it becomes a very happy, good marriage situation as well, if you're of these ages. If you're not of these ages, you'll just need to see me one day for a 90-minute session, which will cost you USD 50. And I will tackle your next 7, 8 or 9 years based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms in all areas of your life. But we'll talk more about that later. I'm going to talk to you about your lucky colors. And let's see what this card says and what colors it can produce for you. And I'm going to choose the sign of Venus. Is so prominent on this card that I'm going to just go for the color turquoise. Handle turquoise, touch turquoise, wear turquoise, use turquoise in the month of December, and in the area of romance and marriage you'll get luckier and luckier and happier as well. Simple as that. Now I'm going to talk to you about a zodiac sign that's going to cause you plenty of trouble in the month of December. Who could this be, the troublemaker? And let's see. And studying this card, I would say somebody from Gemini. Somebody from Gemini. See in this corner right here is a sign of Gemini. There are other signs as well, but this is the one in trouble. So somebody from Gemini is going to cause you plenty of problems. And if somebody from Gemini who wants to come to form a relationship with you, a new romance in the month of December, be very careful, be very worried. And if your ongoing partner, romance partner is from Gemini, you have to be very cautious that problems can just erupt. And if your marriage partner happens to be from Gemini and you love the person, be very careful. Just opposition of the thought and the mind is enough to start the arguments and make things go very bad. And so also don't confide in anybody who is from Gemini about your plans, because all that can be used against you as well. Now about who you can form an attachment to, fall in love with, or get plenty of help from love-wise, you coming from Pisces. And this will be somebody from Cancer. Somebody from Cancer. And I would say that if you meet somebody from Cancer in the form of a new romance, grab that person. There's going to be a very good month for the month of December. And if your ongoing romance partner or your marriage partner happens to be from Cancer, it's going to be very helpful for you. An easier passage will be seen. And if you are attracted to somebody from Cancer, go and talk to that person. Something very good comes from somebody from Cancer. A lot of good luck as far as romance and marriage is concerned. Well, that's what I can tell you for December. Now, I'm already doing a 90-minute session, which will cost you USD 50. I'll talk to you about your next 7, 8, or 9 years. That will be based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms. I'll talk to you about your business, your job, your finances, your romance, your marriage, and especially about your health as well in detail. I'll give you a lot of information, your personal lottery numbers, your lucky days, your lucky directions, your lucky colors, a lot of information so that you can get your next 7, 8, or 9 years under your control. So send me an email, contact me on Skype, go to Facebook Messenger and hunt and look for me, and make the contact, and I'll come back to you as soon as I can to get this 90-minute session going with you. Until then, thank you and good luck.